From the studios of 7 Perth, Sally Bowrey.
Good evening. The final send-off today for Alan Bond's wife, respected theatre producer Diana Bliss. The funeral service comes a week after the 57-year-old was found dead in their Cottesloe mansion after an 18-month battle with depression. Alexis Donkin reports. A man accused of stealing a police car and running down a police officer last week has been arrested after a high-speed chase. These pictures taken from the police helicopter last night show officers, with the help of a police dog, tracking the man down to a house near Kelvin Road. They say he'd run off from a car that was being chased by police. The 21-year-old Maddington man faces a string of charges, including car theft, failing to render assistance and armed robbery. Huge areas of New South Wales and Queensland are underwater tonight, with floodwaters continuing to rise. A young mother is missing after being swept away trying to save her son. Alexis Donkin reports.
News.
One of Julia Gillard's own MPs has taken an extraordinary swipe at his leader by questioning her credibility. It's another unwelcome hit for the Prime Minister as she prepares to gather her troops for a strategy meeting without Kevin Rudd. WA's Cancer Council has urged WA to follow New South Wales's lead in banning tanning beds. Health Minister Kim Hames says he's open to the idea and will be watching the effects of the ban with interest. This week we brought you the story of a Mandurah mother's plea to get her deaf son moved to another school to save him from bullies. Myra Smithers says she's now locked in a standoff with the Education Department, that the solutions they've offered aren't good enough. American football fans are whipping themselves into a frenzy as America counts down to its biggest sporting event, the Super Bowl. Security forces too have gone into overdrive, and they've even got a specialist team to check for nuclear bombs. Still to come on 7 News, a sneak peek at a new road safety campaign, plus war of words. Why Iran and Israel are again at flashpoint. And transplant miracle, the little girl who has 6 new organs. The state government has released a new TV campaign aimed at reducing speed fatalities on our roads. The commercial features post-it notes with messages reminding drivers to slow down and stick to the speed limit.
It's a very simple one. You simply write a simple message, don't speed, speed kills, whatever. Put it on the dash of your car so it reminds you all the time, because people forget sometimes.
Police say every year speed kills on average 65 people on our state's roads. Iran says it's ready for an all-out war if Israel launches an attack to stop its nuclear program. There's growing speculation the Israelis will begin airstrikes in the first half of this year as the US tries to stop the situation spiralling out of control. Survivors at Papua New Guinea's ferry disaster have described the horrific scenes on board as the boat sank. More than 240 rescued passengers have been taken to the city of Lae after the ferry went down in rough waters off PNG's east coast.
There were babies being drowned, some elderly people getting drowned, and there was blood everywhere attracting the sharks.
3 Australian aircraft and 6 vessels are involved in the search for more than 100 people still missing. A 9-year-old girl is settling back into her normal life after receiving 6 new organs during groundbreaking transplant surgery. Doctors in Boston replace Alana Cheneville's stomach, liver, spleen, small intestine, pancreas and a portion of her esophagus.
We were really lucky. We ended up with the organ.
Alana's own organs were destroyed by a large tumour which was closing in on her heart. Some of the Queen's most candid moments are featured in a new photo exhibition at Windsor Castle, charting almost 60 years on the throne. There are memorable meetings including the Kennedys, the Pope and also pop singer Lady Gaga. Also, the shot of a family gathering with Diana at centre stage.
Smile is everything. When she smiles, as I say, the sunshine comes out for me.
The Queen added to the snapshot collection last night, planting a Jubilee oak tree on her Sandringham estate. Time now for sport with Adrian Barrett in just 13 days to the NAB Cup, Barra.
Yes, Sal, hard to believe pre-season footy is less than 2 weeks away. That's next, plus cricket's money men. Brad Hogg gets some more good news as Mitchell Johnson plots his comeback. And the Eagles and the Dockers refuse to give up on teams in the waffle. And that's Saturday Sport. Now here's Sally. Good night.
Thanks, Barra. More sunshine tomorrow. I'll have the weather details next, plus the winning numbers in Saturday Night Lotto. Now it's time for Saturday Lotto. Good luck. And that's the latest from the 7 News team this Saturday. Join me for updates later. But for now, good night.